If you're running an asphalt or dirt work business and you don't have a Google business profile, you are literally handing 60 to 70% of your highest value customers directly to your competition. Why? I still don't understand why. And if you do have one profile doing great, why stop there? If that one map location is printing money because those customers have such high intent to buy, why not have two? Why not have 4 or 5? I know what you're thinking. People will tell you, that's against Google's terms of services. But that's not true. If you have a legitimate office and you are actually servicing customers in that area, you can and you should dominate every city near you. But the biggest headache can be verifying your Google business profile. I think Google intentionally makes it hard on business owners, so they just give up and Google has less to worry about. So you need to have persistence. It might take 2 or 3 times, but it will eventually go live, and it's worth it. Today, I'm showing you exactly how we verify profiles at our agency for our partners with address showing. We don't hide addresses anymore. Why? Because showing your address builds massive trust with Google. It's harder to fake, easier to rank, and it just sticks. We manage over 400 Google business profiles, and we know a thing or two about what works and what gets suspended. So let's get right into the slideshow, and I'll show you exactly how to get verified. All right, so here is our exact strategy on how to verify a Google business profile with a live address in 2026. So first off, a lot of people are still trying to hide their address, but in 2026, hiding your location actually flags you as suspicious to Google. So we do the opposite. We verify with the address showing because it is a foundation of our ranking strategy. It builds immediate trust with Google and makes the profile much harder to suspend later on. So back in the day, people would be able to create these Google business profiles, but only as a service area business because that one is a lot easier to manipulate. But if you have an address showing, that's harder to manipulate because that's an actual location of a business. Usually you have to submit a video in order to get an address live. So just do it the right way and get an address so that way you can verify your Google business profile. So you're going to need to find a space using either LoopNet or Craigslist. So I'm going to show you here. If you go to LoopNet, we typed in Stockton, California. I like to come into lease, and then for size, I like to do 500 for square feet. We are looking for something small and cheap. Remember, we don't need a showroom. We just need a closet with a valid lease. So look specifically for private suites to avoid the big co-working spaces. So let's try to find something. So this one here, yeah, 500 square feet. Let's see, negotiable. So terms, again, you might have to go to a 3-month term or a 6-month term. But it's definitely worth it. I often hear people complain about, $400 a month for an office that they might barely use and they might have to pay for 12 months. But you have to change your perspective on that cost. Do not view this as rent. View this as a high yield marketing investment opportunity, because a single job generated from a Google business profile can cover your overhead for the entire year. This would be a good one. I think, yeah, this is the same one. So 500 square feet. This is perfect. If we come to Craigslist, come to office and commercial space, and then again, we ideally want our location to be somewhere in the middle. So right here, small office space on Miracle Mile, $500, 400 square feet. That looks like a winner right there. Now, if you absolutely cannot get an office, you can try using your home address, but you must have a room set up specifically for work. So no beds, no personal items visible. To pass the video check, this area must look like a dedicated office space, not a living space. And then going back to the co-working, we have been able to get Google business profiles live at a co-working space, but the big caveat is usually at these spaces, there's already 100, 200 Google business profiles that are live and verified, over the past 5-10 years. So it's a lot harder now to get your Google business profile verified at a co-working space like a Regis or a WeWork. Is it possible? Yes, but you have to be really careful to make sure that there's not another business that is specifically like yours. So specifically has the same category as you. So if you're an asphalt contractor or a demolition contractor and you see another asphalt or demolition contractor at that co-working space already with an address, do not go there. We have found that usually Google will only rank one of the Google business profiles that are at a specific address that have the same category. So if you're number 2, you can do everything right and you're never going to rank. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're using or when you're looking to use a co-working space. Now, next is going to be your digital prep. So before we film, you have to check that your website, your Google business profile, the information that you're adding to your Google business profile, your Yelp, your Chamber of Commerce, you have to ensure that the name, address, and phone number are all identical. You have to be careful with abbreviations. So Suite 2 is not the same as Unit 2. Data consistency is crucial here. Pick one format and use it universally. Again, to a Google bot, Suite and Unit can look like 2 different locations, which means you're 2 different businesses, which can cause some confusion. If we look here, 124 Harmony Street, Apartment 2, 124 Harmony Street, Suite 2, 124 Harmony Street number 2, and then 124 Harmony Street spelled out number 2. So all 4 of these are actually different in Google's eyes. So it might seem the same, but if you put one of these on your chamber, one of these on your Google business profile, one of these on your website, this can look like a different business and Google will be confused. So physical staging for signage. So we always go to signs.com, which is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to go to yard signs here. We're going to get 2 of these yard signs. We're going to do 24 by 18 and keep all these the same. We will want 1 wire stake, so make sure you add that. So we're going to put one of these on our office door and one of these are going to be outside of the office. I like to put in construction here and then search. And then this one here is going to be a perfect template for the yard sign. So what we like to do is we like to change this to be the actual business name that we're trying to get verified. This line here, we like to change to be the category or the niche that you're in. So if you're asphalt contractor, put asphalt contractor here. If you're demolition contractor, put demolition contractor here. Your website, your phone number. So add that in here, keep it exactly the same. We don't need to change colors or anything. It's not that big a deal. And then we're going to save it and we're going to put it into our cart, and then we're going to come back. We're going to go to clear window decal. And this is what we're actually going to put in our window or as a sign inside of our office. So here we're going to change this to 18 by 24. You don't need it super big. Get started. We're going to upload a file. I couldn't find a good template that I like to use. So this is what we did. We went to Canva. We took something like this, just put name, phone number, and then this is what we use for our window decal. So again, if you come back to the shopping cart, we have our yard sign here. We got 2 of them, and then we have our window decal. We have 1 of them. It comes out to be $70 with shipping, probably like around $100. But again, super worth it and definitely needed when you're trying to get your Google business profile verified. We place multiple of these signs to demonstrate permanence. Now, permanence is the big key word here. Google wants to know that you're not going anywhere and that you are an actual business. So permanent signage tells Google that. All right, so next we're actually going to create our Google business profile in your Gmail, whichever Gmail that you're using. I like to create everything, but not verify right away. So create your Google business profile by searching for my business and signing up on Google. Again, I recommend adding all your business info first. Make sure it's correct before actually doing the video. And then this is what we want to look at when we are getting ready. So again, we have the sign in our window. We have the sign on our door. We have the sign in the yard. You have a tool in the back seat of your car. You have the URL pulled up on your computer. and then your office door is locked. This office door being locked is huge. We want to keep the video under 2 minutes as best as possible. Keep your hand steady and point the camera down to avoid capturing any faces while you're moving or even reflections. And I'll show you that in the video that I did that incorrectly. You're going to want to move slowly and deliberately. The verification camera uses a wide lens, so pause on your signage to ensure the AI has time to read the text. All right, so here is the window decal that's actually going to be in our window. Here is the yard sign that we put on the door to our office. Here is the other yard sign that we put outside of our office area. This is going to be the tool in the back seat of our car. Now again, if you have a truck, then use the tools in your truck. I do not, I just have a car. And so this screwdriver actually works and counts as a tool. So if you have a car, don't have any tools, screwdriver is fine. And then you're gonna pull up your URL on your computer. So make sure you're at your landing page and make sure that you can scroll the page once you get to it. All right, so again, best practices when recording the video, make sure your location is on, try to complete it under 2 minutes. We're gonna start outside and then go inside. Do a practice run first on your camera just to make sure that it goes smoothly and that you have your timing down. Again, do not record any faces. That can include mirrors, so be careful. When walking, keep the camera pointed down and narrating your video. I don't know about this one. We can go back and forth on it. Some people narrate and get their Google Business Profile live saying, hey, this is our office, this is our locked door, this is our work truck. Some people don't narrate and get it verified also. So completely up to you. I'm a fan of actually narrating to let people know like where you're going into. This is my locked door. This is me unlocking the door. This is my office entrance. This is my website. So I like doing that, but up to you, completely up to you. All right, so next we are actually gonna get to the video. So I'm gonna narrate this video for you. So this is going to be exactly what you should be submitting to Google. Now, again, this is gonna be a little bit longer since I'm narrating and taking my time, but try to get it under that 2-minute mark. So first you're gonna start outside. You're gonna wanna do a complete 360 of the outside area. This can include street signs. So Google puts into their language that they want to see street signs. Sometimes a street sign is a mile away and you just can't do it. So if you can show Google street signs, do it. If you're in a back alley like I am, I don't have any street signs near me. So just having a complete 360 is actually okay as long as you do it slowly. So there's my 360. Next, we are going to go to the car. The door should be locked. They like to see it locked, and then you unlocking it. We are going to get in and we're just going to turn it on. Google likes to see that your car is actually working. I don't know, sometimes they think the car is fake. So turn it on really quick, turn it off, and that should work. Now again, here, this is what I mentioned about being careful. You don't want to record yourself in the mirror or in the window. So make sure that camera is pointed down whenever you're doing something close to a window or a mirror. Opening the back door to show the tool. Next, we are going to walk over to our sign that is posted outside. Again, kind of just showing the area. Make sure we pause at the sign. So here we have our window decal actually in a window, or if you don't have a window at your office, then you can go ahead and put the window decal in your office on the wall. That's also an option. So here again, make sure you don't record yourself. This one we did okay with. And we're gonna walk over to our front door, and the biggest thing is you wanna show that it's locked. So jiggle the handle, show that you can't get in, and then show that you have keys or however you get into the door. Turning the door. Then we're walking in. So my office, we have an outside door and then we have an inside door that actually goes to the office. So this is where we put our signs. If you just have one door that goes into your office, then put this sign on the outside door. So again, we're gonna show that the door is locked, and then we are going to use the key to open it. And then we're gonna walk in. Again, keep the camera pointed down when we're walking in. And then here, I just showed the window decal again from the inside. That's something that you might not have to do. Again, if you don't have a window, put it right here. Put your sign, your window decal sign on the wall so Google can see that, hey, this is a permanent sign inside. All right, and then we're gonna sit down at our desk and you're gonna show your website. So you're gonna scroll a little bit, click on a page, click on an About Us page, click on a Contact Us page. All right, so that's it. So once you submit, the status will likely say processing for a few days. Just be patient and keep your lease agreement handy in case they ask for more information. They might also ask for utility bills, so maybe just have that handy also. By tying your physical location directly to your digital presence, your website, we are giving Google every reason to say yes and get these guys live. So that is the exact blueprint. This is how we leverage the address showing method to stick these verifications and rank those Google business profiles higher. Now, I know I just threw a lot of steps at you, and you probably don't want to pause and rewind this video 20 times while you're trying to work. So I made it easy for you. I put a link in the description below for a step-by-step verification checklist. It's just a free PDF download that walks you through every single part of this process. Grab that, print it out, or have it open on your second screen so you don't miss a beat when you're trying to verify your Google business profile. Remember, the map pack is where the money in this industry is. Don't leave it to chance. Download the checklist, get that profile verified, and start dominating your local area. And if you ever have questions or need help getting your Google business profile ranked, verified, there is another link below in the description to book a time on my calendar. I will see you on the next one.